Hello everyone, welcome back. It is finally here. Chapter 2.5, the finale to Chapter 2, the one that has been delayed for 1.5 months. The path left behind. Oh my god. Finally, it is here. No more talking, let's just get right into it, shall we? The trials begin again. It was the first time Vitus had entered the forbidden part of the Academy library. The second wouldn't be until 2 years later when the Academy was attacked, the day he left his old life behind. Is that Aristotle? A lynx stands deep in contemplation, his paw gently thumbs over a wood-carved necklace. Mentor. Wow. You know you're not meant to come to this part of the library, Vitus. You've locked yourself up in here for days. Felicis was getting worried. He looks very different from his cart sprite, by the way. I must have lost track of time. It is very important, I assure you. Felicis is important too. He bottles us up. There we go again. He bottles us up. Oh my god! He bottles it up, but I know he's been worried sick. And I worry about you both. Aristotle closes a nearby book and lets out a huffy sigh. What will I ever do with you boys? What will we do with you, mentor? Do you think you have a good life? What kind of question is that? Philosophical. Oh my god. It is nighttime, by the way, so... A philosophical one. Ah! Coming from you, that doesn't surprise me. Didn't give me a good answer, eh? I'm content with the life I'm given. My life is as good as I make it. Yep. I'm not so certain about my life right now. Sometimes it's bitterly cold at night, and I'd rather not go hungry again. But I know that I'm safe, but I cannot help but dream that things could get better. Maybe someplace out there in the world that I've read so much about, different life is waiting for Felicis and me. Aristotle flashes his usual golden smile of approval. What a beautiful answer. Befitting of a young mind who experienced little of the world. That's not exactly my fault. Not a bad thing per se, you think much more clearly than me. The world only troubles me. Full of freedom without consequence, full of order without change. I like how he's subtly jabbing at the fucking demiurges. You're speaking in concepts again. What exactly is troubling you, right now, in this moment? Well... I want to make a better life. A life where you boys are free to eat, and sleep, and smile. Vitus pouts. Where is this coming from? You already made all of those things happen. But you still go without. Our lives aren't that easy. Should our lives be easy? Giving you an easy life may be my selfish desire, yes. But I don't want to watch you boys suffer. Not ever. It causes me so much worry I hardly sleep. I wish I had done something sooner. But then I'm terrified of what could happen. That I might make the wrong choices, fail my duty, or hurt you both. Would I regret making a choice? Would I regret my own indecision? I feel like failure. I feel like a failure, constantly. Damn, he's pouty. I'm an awful crown mage, and an even worse mentor. Aristotle? Are you okay? If I told you no, would you still respect me? Of course. Especially if it gets you to leave this stuffy library. Your fur looks so much nicer in the sunlight. I'm glad I taught you to be so very convincing. The lynx brushes the fur behind his ears. Well, would you be okay if I left? In every likelihood, I should have done so much sooner. You've traveled plenty before. Why are you asking me this? I've been researching lately. I noticed. This is part of my duty as a crown mage, and you're being vague again. You're not ready to know the details. When will I be? I'm just saying that I don't want you to worry. I'm going to anyway. Will you be gone a long time? A very long time, most likely. I believe something awful is going to happen, and perhaps only I can prevent it. If it's important, then me and Felicis will help you too. I couldn't live with the guilt if something happened to you too. Is it dangerous? Very. And neither of you can do magic. I must tackle this alone. I see. My dear boy, it'll be awful not knowing if you two are okay while I'm gone. Well, this is a lot to consider, but I'll definitely look after Valises in your stead. I get the feeling he'll be the one looking after you. Now then, I'm going to ask you once more. Would you be okay if I left? I want to talk to Valises. Mind if I give you my answer tomorrow? I don't mind at all. Just try not to worry Valises until you're certain. Aristotle chuckles. You never make rash decisions, do you, Vitus? But remember that indecisiveness is a poor quality to have. Yeah, hesitation is defeat. I learned that from Sekiro. The lynx closes his eyes in contemplation. Another peaceful day. I think I will welcome it. Damn. 6 minutes in. Oh wow. Vitus and Valises read under the candlelight. The starry sky glimmers above them. I saw Mentor, and we talked for a while. I can't stop worrying about it. Vitus, I told you not to bother him. Well, what did he have to say for himself? Excuses, more or less. There's been a lot on his mind lately, so I wanted to talk to you. He spoke of his duty as a crown mage, and about us. What about us? Suddenly he desires to give us a better life, and regrets that he hasn't done so already. It's not often I say our mentor is wrong, but I don't agree. People regret a lot of things. Why worry about the inevitable? You cannot regret something in advance. Your future is just a result of your choices. I know the choices that I make have outcomes, but what if none of them are good ones? It's hard to notice the good things in life, things that have always been there. You get used to them, not realizing that they could go away one day. You become satisfied. What about the wrong things? Stuff that's hurting you and you can't escape it. Stuff that leaves your stomach in knots and makes you choke on every word. If you don't do something about that feeling, then you're satisfied. Valises looks towards Vitus with an intense gaze in his eyes. Are you satisfied, Vitus? I'm worried that doing something is worse than doing nothing. Inaction is always a choice too. The lizard lets out a sigh and closes his eyes. That's because you have intuition, not regrets. Because no matter what you've done, you can still do something after that. Maybe not once you're dead. Valises chuckles, yeah. I'm not sure if that's the same for crown mages and heroes, from what we've read at least. I can't tell if this is present or past. What you're worried about isn't that serious, is it? If I live a life filled with regrets, maybe I'd be better off dead. That'd be too bad. Have I ever told you the core principle that keeps me going? What do you mean? The reason why I'm determined to keep on living, despite everything. Valises picks up the book in his lap and cradles it within his arms. Because I hope to leave behind a legend that shaped someone else the way that the heroic legend shaped who I am today. So you live for someone else's sake? It gives me purpose, a dream of a great story I've yet to live. What if that never happens? Won't you regret that you've never lived a fulfilling life? Who knows if my story would start, how it might shape the world, or when it would end. If my story never happens, then I won't regret that I tried. I don't think I could have that much faith in a future that might never happen. What do you care about most in the world, Vitus? Vitus lays back down on his back, looking up at the stars. The guy is sitting right next to me, yeah. What do you mean by that? Oh. So that's how they fucked. Well, of course I care about you too. Felices pulls his legs up to his body and wraps his arms around them, huffing sharply as he buries his head into his lap. See, I told you that doing something might make things worse. Felices lets out a muffled reply. That's what you were worried about? He laughs awkwardly. Look, I'm sorry. I had a lot on my mind lately too, about Mentor and our duty as crown mages. What's our future if things stay as they are? I know we have a duty to protect the seal, but living here this is definitely the past then. Still the past. Kinda lonely. Felices replies in a mumble. It's far too sad for anyone to regret seeing what's always been there. A moment passes as the candle flickers warmly between them, burning gently towards its inevitable end. I'm willing to be wrong, Felices raises his head. Have you considered you might need a more tangible reason to live? Felices climbs onto Vita's lap, and then they fucked. His shape a silhouette against a million stars. Oh, they actually fucked. If we're both going to burn out one day, wait, why not burn brightly together? Vitas looks up, wide eyes that don't quite make contact. Oh, and if you need a reason to live, I'll be your guiding light. Oh, shit! They definitely fucked that night. He leans down to kiss Vitas. The stars appear so muted behind his radiant presence. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, come on, is that really it? That can't be the end. That was the end. That is it? It can't be. This is even worse. I thought we were gonna actually do shit. This is worse. This is worse than. Oh.
Go ahead and find yourself. You'll find yourself waiting for something else. Feel the ground, everything beneath and above you. Honestly, is it all the same to you? Look ahead and see for yourself. And see where you are. You're the only one at your helm. Written in the sky, a dream within endless expanse. So close you could see it with a glance. Shouldn't everybody get a second chance? Don't you want it? Don't you want this too? Don't you want it? 'Cause I want everything with you. Don't you want it? Don't you want this too? Don't you want it? 'Cause I wanted everything with you.
is actually quite nice. Not gonna lie. Damn, did this really take... Oh, well... I guess I can't technically be mad. 1.5 was also precisely like this, so... Damn. I guess I disappointed myself because I was hoping for more. Well, now what? Well, okay, it's not all not all is oh, for a few moments they remain connected. It's not over. And then Vitas opens his eyes and pushes Felicis away. I don't deserve this. The line shuffles beneath Felicis. I'd only be exploiting your pity because I feel like shit. And because I couldn't make my own choices, you made them for me. You shouldn't give yourself for my sake. I don't want you to regret your actions. You deserve a happy future. I don't feel regret, just your pity. If you live indebted to me, then I'm not good enough for that future you live for. Vidish ruffles his mane in frustration. I'm sorry, this is making me anxious. Vitas gets up and begins to walk away. Oh, I guess they didn't fuck. Felicis, I shouldn't have said what I said. Vitas! Wait, it's not like that. Vitas leaves without turning back. Felicis leans back, his gaze fixed upon the sky. Please don't tell me Please don't tell me I accidentally locked myself out of a romance between the two because I chose the wrong option. Sorry, I forgot to do that. He feels a lingering warmth slowly ebbing away, but also a sense of comfort in the burning light of the stars. A guiding warmth blanketing the world and that all inevitably share. I'm gonna look like such a fucking idiot if there's more to this than just this, but I seriously doubt it. The lynx stands tall, his golden fur basking in the sunlight, as if starved of its glow. Mentor, are you doing well? Now that is a philosophical question. What a good learner you are. You're being evasive, as usual. I am prepared, but am I well? I'd rather not know, but I await your answer. Don't leave your dear old mentor sweltering in the sun. You're not even that old. But yeah, I have. Last night I saw Felicis. Talked with him. You don't look too happy about it. It went fine. Did it? I can tell when you're lying to me. He helped me realize some things. You should leave. I don't want to be a person that holds you back. I'm not worth anyone else squandering their duty or putting their life on hold. You should leave with not a single regret that you did. I'm disappointed. What? I thought you would have a better reason than that. But I won't try to convince you otherwise. It's not my place when I couldn't make a choice for you for so long already. I'm sorry I'm a disappointment, I guess. Not one bit. You're a brilliant student, one worth more to me than anything in the world, my duty included. How selfish of you. You truly are in a bad mood. I told you how I feel, and I don't regret it. That's what Felicis made me realize. What did he say to you? None of your business. The lynx sighs. Alright, just promise me one thing. Sure? Stay by each other's side, no matter what happens. You'll thank me in time. Of course. Why wouldn't we? Aristotle places a paw upon Vita's shoulder, a gesture saved for the most painful of times. Because people make rash decisions, and the hardest decisions are about the ones you love. It's nothing like that. The lynx looks back at him contently. So, when will you leave? Tomorrow, most likely. That soon? Yeah, not going to put it off any longer. Did you tell Valisas I was planning to leave? I didn't say it outright. That's good. I didn't want to spoil our last night together. I would like to make it memorable. You make it sound like we won't see you again. It's possible. I'd be really sad if it was. But things don't stay the same forever. Sad things happen, and then you move on, and then you learn from them too. Lord Makari Hari used to say as much. It's all a bit too idealistic, isn't it? It must always be a little idealistic. That way you always have hope for a better world. Aristotle flashes his golden smile and hums. Vitus, would you like to help me pack? I should do, otherwise you would forget your brush again. You look haggard with knots in your fur, Mentor. Hold your tongue, or I'll give you more to study while I'm gone. Alright. That evening was the same as any other, but Vitus was a little absent, and Aristotle would smile much more than usual. Valisas was overjoyed to see his mentor back with them, but distance had lingered between him and Vitus. As they ate, Aristotle would debate with the boys, a deck of cards representing their arguments in all their trials. No matter the topic, he had a knack to make anything big seem small. But come morning, the young crown mages knew that they would remember that night forever. Is that why we fucking use the cards in the trials? Are you for real? Mentor. Valisas rushes over, the tomes in his arms barely contained. I finished all the readings for this week. The story about the great savant Crocus was fascinating. Hold on. I have so many... Valisas, I was waiting for you. You were? Oh, good morning, Vitus. Morning. I already let Vitus know, but I'm going to be gone for a while. A very, very long while. What do you mean by that? Vitus, what's going on? This is entirely my decision, and my duty. So this is what Vitus said was troubling you. Have you made up your mind? Not easily, but I have. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I didn't want you to worry unduly. That's not fair! Would telling you sooner have made you happier? I will be frank. There's a chance we may not meet again. Valisas breaks eye contact, tears welling up. What could possibly be that important? Making a better future for you two, for all of mankind. That's so vague! Tell me, be exact. You're not ready to know. You lousy bastard. He doesn't mean that. I know he doesn't. I would be frustrated at myself too. Look, Valisas. You know about the duty we share. As crown mages? If I must go and do something really dangerous, you must be here if anything happens. To be the next leader of our order. Can you do that for me? Without question. I don't suppose it's too much to ask you not to cry until I'm gone. I can try. Good, you're a strong boy. Now then, I left some recommended readings for you in the library. A good few years worth, I reckon, as if you're bored or Valisas. Oh, I can't wait. And practice your debates. I won't be around to mediate for you. Yeah, I'm sure Valisas will begin ranting about something before long. And yet you always want to share your opinion first. If you keep doing odd jobs in the village, you should get by. It'll be hard to make Monero without your magic, though. True, but at least you have one less mouth to feed. I trust you two will look after the academy. It's our duty. The academy and the seal will be safe with us. I'll keep him from touching anything he shouldn't. Well, we know that doesn't happen based on 1.1. Or the prologue, sorry. The lynx closes his eyes for a while. Look after each other, will you? Always have. Always will. One day, I know the both of you will make fine crown mages. Come on, that seriously can't... That can't be it. I want more! I want more! Look at this handsome fella. Vitus, my first bundle of life. Hmm? Valises, my boundless strength. My boys. I love you dearly. Aristotle pulls both of them into his warm embrace. The young crown mages exchange glances before their sight is caught by their mentor's golden hue. We love you too, our great mentor. No, I want more. Please. At least until they reunite in the rebel camp or whatever bullshit. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I full on panicked when I saw that when I saw the credits. Oh fuck! No. Well, the path left behind. Chapter 2.5, everyone. Dylan! God damn it, Dylan! Why'd you do this? Oh no. Chapter 3 should be coming out sometime early the end of this year, or sometime near the end of this year or early next year. Well, but as per usual, we still have the interlude to contend with, and surprisingly, there is actually some new ones. Kairos, Nikos, and Sulpicius 2. Okay, let's hide the completed ones and then... So we have Reese, I'm not interested. Drusus, not interested. Zermes, definitely not interested. Herklaus, if I read his memento, I literally don't have anything left. So alright, so I can only read... I can only see two of these guaranteed. So Sulpicius. Alright, I'm gonna do Kairos and Sulpicius because I don't like Nikos. Oh yeah, this entire thing was my first. You can tell I'm disappointed because this thing was my whole first reaction thing. I thought I was gonna have some fucking like grandiose fucking chapter, but turns out the rebel plot is very much chapter 3 territory, which I have to say, I guess in hindsight it kind of made sense, but I severely disappointed myself by preparing too much in advance. Alright. Anyways, Sulpicius 2. Finally some time to relax before we leave. Vitus sinks his body beneath the water, basking in its warmth. I don't want to move one bit. Then Valisa suddenly jolts up. Huh? Is that Sulpicius? Without a word, Valisa leaps out of the water and hurries into the tibidarium and out of sight. Vitas looks around the room, baffled, searching for either of them. Unwilling to get up, the lion sulks a little longer, waiting for Sulpicius to appear, or for Valises to return. A while later, Sulpicius emerged from the tibidarium. Sulpicius, did you see Valises? Oh, the gentleman is busy cleaning his body. Sulpicius enters the water across from Vitus. Back in Irinipolis, I taught him techniques passed among us scale-covered nobles. They may not be quick, but they are necessary. Okay, but why did he suddenly run off? Did he know? Perhaps he was eager to learn. Or concerned he had not been rigorous enough. Rigorous? Is it really that difficult? Noblemen have discerning standards. The most effective oils and scapers can only be thought here in the capital. And inevitably, this activity can become time-consuming. Do nobles really spend this much effort preening themselves? It depends on the purpose of one's outing. Applying scented oil can be done rather intuitively, but other tasks are more particular. Cleaning oneself for intimacy, for example. Are you talking about fucking douching? Oh, I understand. So you taught Felisas how to prepare for that? Teaching Felisas how to... so Christian's teaching Felisas how to douche. Of course! Who else? You two are orphans, right? Right. And the person who cared for you was not skill covered, were they? How did you know? I could tell just by watching how Valises took care of herself. Naturally, fur-covered races do not know how to tend for scales, how to manage body temperatures, or how to wash it. Oh. Okay, so it's canon that Valises has a cloaca. Okay. He's a young man now, so it's not too much of a problem. I did not want to see bad habits become an issue for him in the future. So, am I supposed to know? Know what? How to maintain those areas? I mean, is there something I could do to help him, or at least I'm not so sure, young Vitus. Your body isn't the same as his. Yeah, no shit. It would be hard to explain the techniques even if you've seen it with your own eyes. Have you seen it? No, of course not. Don't be nervous, it's nothing to be ashamed of. After all, you grew up together. We were kids the last time we bathed together. That also explains why he treats his own body so carelessly. Just give the boy some time, and don't let this moment go to waste, young Vitus. You mean? I want to talk to you. Have you been looking after yourself lately? Vitus rests a hand. So Vicious rests a hand on Vitus' shoulder before he can respond. You don't need to answer. I can already tell. You a penta boy. Is there anything? I had a lot of questions about your estate, your servants, how to converse with nobles, even about the curious wares in the market district. Countless times I wish I could have learned about this place from you, but tomorrow we already have to leave. And now those questions don't matter so much anymore. I'm sorry, Vitus. Huh? Why are you apologizing? Because I failed to look after you while you were under my care. I brought you to my home. I was supposed to watch over you, but in pursuit of my duty, I left you both on your own. I don't blame you for that. It wasn't your choice. No, I acknowledge my failures. I invited you to the capital and shepherded you to suffer through so much. Blinded by your divine power, I willfully ignored your own innocence. Seder Fonzia may be a grand city, but it is an unforgiving one. For all the beauty, there is also political treachery and noble discrimination. And I could have been watching over you, guiding you. I could have secured your favor and friends among the council. Could have been your witness in the court, rather than see you thrown into the gaol. But I could not do anything. And that is simply inexcusable. Suspicious? Suspicious? You don't have to say that. All I missed was your company. Whenever things are tough, we wish you would show up. But we're not kids. We must deal with some things on our own. You don't have to pretend to be our father. Perhaps I wish that I was. I desire to protect you. I desire to stay by your side. But I failed to follow that desire. That's fine. You're here now. Even if only for tonight, I'm glad that you showed up. I don't see you as a father. I don't think Felicis does either. But I would be happy to become close to you. That make you happy? It would. Hey, I thought of a way you can make things up. No. Say it. So Vitas waits in closer to Suspicious. Can I get a hug? I'd be glad to. Okay. Suspicious reaches out to hold Vitas, letting the lion rest against his chest. I'm sorry that we have so little time. His hand gently strokes through Vitas' mane. Sometimes, but a little time is more than enough. I missed you heaps, Suspicious. And I missed you too. There was so many places for that to be extremely uncomfortable, but it's also extremely funny and funny in hindsight. You can tell like as like this is you know what's it like to be summoned, you know, blah blah blah, and then as it slowly started to go up, Dylan started to villains. Dylan started to get horny and then started writing. All right, fuck it. Let's go see. Let's see Kairos. All right. Shame we won't be coming back to this bathhouse tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe the rebels have a bathhouse too. they definitely will. We have to have an interlude. Even if they do, would it compare to the one here? It's so grand and beautiful. That's true. Amid the steam and rippling water, a fiery figure approaches. Whoa! Don't sneak up on us like that. What are you doing here? And aren't you a little close? My apologies, I merely sought a chance to talk again before you leave. After all, I would regret parting ways on such a sour note. You say that like it's an excuse for creeping up on us. You betrayed us, why would we want to say goodbye to you? That's exactly why I'm here, to make peace. A near impossible feat. Near, but not impossible. Vitus, you're being too soft-hearted. There's a lot of questions I want him to answer. I have nothing to hide. Back in the estate, you said that you knew you were going to die. That you wanted to know how it felt. Did you really mean that? Even if we didn't, even if Circles was unwilling to bring you back? That's a good question, but answering it might take a while. Say it, we have all night. Or stay silent, we're never making peace if you do. But I make no guarantees that I will ever forgive you. Then I will say my piece. I think you already guessed that it was all fake, my past. How my family were poor nobles who reclaimed themselves through commerce. When I was a kid, my family was dirt poor, that much actually was true. They needed money, so father made a deal with the Republic. We became spies. The Republic gave us everything we needed in return. I was sent away to receive espionage training. My so-called brother never ran the family business. He was my handler and the business was a front. Wait, you meant you were sold to the Republic? That's a harsh way of putting it. It was a very profitable deal. What does that have to do with, well, wanting to taste death? If you allow me to continue. I was trained to be a spy most of my life. Not to boast, but I was the top of my class. Good at lying, deception, flattery. All expected of a fox, but, you know, able to earn people's trust. No matter who I became. Nobody saw through the mask I put on. Once I thought I might become a great actor, but later I realized it would be impossible. Why is that? Because I let my false selves become a true part of me. I had an assassination to complete. In order to get close to the target, I became their lover. I completed the mission. But when I realized what I had done, I could never move on. Deceiving your true heart is cruel, isn't it? Once that's gone, you've only got fake emotions left. Life has felt meaningless to me since then. I began to seek out the most dangerous missions. Alas, the Republic had invested too much into me to allow me to die easily. I am under their supervision, unable to leave the capital. And well, there aren't many dangerous missions in the capital, so I should thank you for bringing one to me. Kairos smiles, but the two crown mages do not join him. Of course I seized the opportunity, but I do regret the trouble I caused you both. Once again, I'm sorry. No need to apologize. Vitus mumbles, uncertain how to respond. Why are you sorry to us? What's wrong with your supervisors? How could the Republic treat you like this? You may be a spy, but you're a person too. No, precisely because you're a spy. Shouldn't they treat their spies better? I'll go speak to Varys about this. You should be compensated. No, no, no. I don't want that at all. You too. The fox scratches his head. Looks like I have to tell you to tell the truth. This left my keyboard. Somehow the game closed. Alright, alright. What was that? Soft. Was that a new tile card? Chapter 2N? Well, it's currently bugged, so you won't be able to see it anyways. I'm actually mad. That actually made me extremely mad. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I could feel pity for him, and then he just I'm gonna fucking beat him. And somehow I managed to close the game while doing it. Apparently I'm very good at pressing Alt F4 when I flip my keyboard. That genuinely infuriated me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Every single time this fox opens his mouth, I can't. What? I actually started to feel bad for him. You know? I actually started to feel bad. Looks like story just now. I made it up on the spot. I don't have such a dramatic past. You lied to us again? For what reason? I wanted to make you feel something. We might work together again one day. It would be a bother if you are always so wary of me. So before you leave, I want to change how you see me. So you lied in order to do that? Yes, you caught me. If you actually went and complained to Varys, I'd be in deep trouble. So I must now drop the act. Was it really an act? Do we have to keep going in circles? Because you lie! Does it matter whether it was true or not? Let me share a little bit of my life experience. Say there is something you can never know for certain. An unobtainable answer that you may feel in your heart will never surface. Then it's okay to pretend to believe that something was true. You should never take me too seriously. Just a bit of advice from a despised spy. I understand. So then, did you see that person? During the time you were dead? Kairos blinks. He gives a faint yet seemingly genuine smile. Then the steam thickens between the two. And he leaves. Bitch! By the time the steam clears, the fox has vanished just as he had arrived. Like the ripples suddenly appearing and suddenly fading away. This fucking asshole, dude. I would genuinely beat the shit out of him in real life. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, well, that's the end. That's the end. Here, I'll throw in a solo trial just because. Why the hell did I get only fuck, whatever. I'll throw in a solo trial, because why not, right? Just so that we can have some actual action in the game. Man, I fucking hate I fucking hate him now. You know what I should do? I should make a tier list for the cards in gameplay. That would be quite interesting. Uh, so to me, so usually when you play what's it called? Usually when you play these trials, there is actually like an incentive. You get Monera, which is like the money of this game, and then you can buy like skins for these cards. Even though I've never actually used any of them because thinking about it, the the base skins, the base cards itself are quite decent as is. So did I really just give this man an exalted element? You bastard. Where's the it's against an AI because I'll never because the servers are quite dead, so I'll never actually be able to get a real trial with another person. Yeah, right. Fuck. Yeah, an exalted element. Well, at least I can get rid of. I know what one of the other ones is, so I'll just get rid of the other red that I had as well. Oh, but well, I've also triggered Anarchist. This is husband, by the way. If you don't know, this is husband. Husband. Am I just gonna keep spell looping? Spell looping is something that is oddly unique to Makare Hare. You keep spamming spells until fuck you. I'm BMing a bot right now because I'm apparently just like an absolute child. Actually, well, you know, not thinking about it. Would there actually be a point to making a tier list? Because most of my experience with it is against AI, is against an AI anyway. So is there really a point? Because, you know, obviously when you have another person on the other side, tactics can change very much. So maybe I should go and specify that this is against AI. Well, it's not really as a point of reference for people, is it? It's more for me or something. I don't know how to put it. This guy? Well, the AI should technically know I have a yellow, so you just give me variety. Alright. Fantastic. What the fuck is this? What am I watching? Get a triple green. Oh. You fool! My triple card. Yeah, usually my games don't last this long, but I welcome it anyways, I suppose. It's usually usually I would crank a game out in like under 5 minutes because I'm such a fucking G that I end the game in like 4 rounds. But apparently this bot is running circles around me apparently. So. Oh, he can't keep winning, right? He'll probably be fine. Oh, fantastic. Ugh. Let's go gambling. Yeah, oh dang it. Well, you know, at least there's not gonna be much to edit this this time around. Or at least rendering won't take as long. I'm pretty sure I also already have an idea for what the thumbnail is probably going to be. Alright. If you fail this card draw, I win the game. Oh, he's gonna fucking disparage me. If he manages to get rid of any of my cards, well, actually no, I can't win either way right now. And he this deck fucking blows, dude. Why does this deck suck? Like I pick random cards because it adds some variety to the game, and then everything just fucking I just get all the crappy ass cards. I can make do with this, I guess. Oh, you took my monitor again. This is one. This is one, and then I take this bitch back. Oh, gambling! Yay! Suspicious is supposed to be a fucking S tier. Did I just get 3 fucking reds? Good lord. I'm unironically gonna take Consecrate. Consecrate usually fucking sucks, but unironically I'm taking it. Oh, well, I won. Gee, do I wanna? Nah, no one else to end it with. End it with her clothes. Husband. Shut up. There we go. Can't. So basically, typically you get these are the reward point caps per day, and you have to. And basically, you get 450 per day, and then you unlock these skins. But I end up never actually getting them. This here, well, we can just look at them. So all of these cards are made retroactively. The base version is this, and they basically they look, you know, not so modern because those are from the base version. You know, same thing with this. So the base gods and heroes are are the two that are integral to the game. You have the heroes, and then the first hero pack featured the people that were from the capital. Kairos the spy, we don't like him. Timaeus the senator. Sulpicius the governor. Regulus the tribune. Drusus the oracle, and then finally Varius the censor. And then Hero Pack 2 featured the rebels, and this is basically Nikos the lobbyist. You know damn well who he is. And then these people will start to appear in chapter 3 and onwards, I guess. So Kalius the cavalry. He's a relatively okay card. Aristotle, although he obviously looks very different because this is not because this card is old and it's not modernized. They call it Astatos Primus for now, but I have a feeling that when chapter 3 comes around, they're gonna be made by this illustrator, and then these old ones are gonna be called Astatos Classic. So you have Aristotle, and then you have Alcaios the War Master, Gaius the Quartermaster, and then Lysander the Trumpeter. And then you have Hero Pack 3, which is a collaboration because these are not made by the this is another visual novel. Husband, you know, handsome as always. Don't know why is he sentencing someone to death here? Oh no. You have his brother. You have Amicus the Emperor. You have Cassius the Heir, who is his brother. You have Alexios the Servant. We fucking hate this guy, so he deserves to look so fucking evil. We have Cato the Commander. We also don't like this guy. His card is fucking useless in AI battles. We have Neferu the Prince. His shit is kind of fun. His thing is also kind of useless, but we kind of like him in the actual visual novel. And then the Monitor, the Sentinel, who's apparently naked. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all of Astatos. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye, everyone.